Right, welcome to those of you that have decided to join me today. This is Leo's March 2020 forecast reading. I am sticking to the schedule. Okay, so I do tarot, tea leaf, and oracle readings. As I said, this is specifically for Leo for March 2020. I'm going to introduce you to Tiger first because he might bark halfway through our reading, and then you'll know who he is. Okay, let me fetch him quickly for you. Right. So, say hello, Tigers. This is Tiger. He might bark halfway through your reading or a third the way through your reading. He's my little miniature long-haired dachshund. Oh, he's very sweet, but can be very noisy, unfortunately. Okay, Tigers, you go back down again. You've said hello to everybody. Right, I'm going to start off with your tea leaf fortune cards, which give you the fated elements for the month ahead. I'm then going to move on to relationship reading for those of you that are in relationships as well as those of you looking for. And then I'm going to finish up with a fairy card, which will give you the feeling of the big energy that's around for the month of March. So let's do the tea leaf cards first. Remember, these are the fated elements. These are the things that will be coming into your life, that will be influencing what happens in your life, people, situations, whatever it may be that are coming into your life. Oh, why is my light sitting where you guys have got it straight in your faces? That's a bit better, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to shuffle a little bit. And one falls out. Obstacles to overcome. So the beginning of March might see you guys needing to overcome some kind of obstacle. Right, let's see what else is going to be showing up for Leo in March of 2020. Okay, kind of just feel for when it's, there we go, there's one. And this one is family sorrow. We'll look further into the story, don't worry, this is just the start of it. Okay, and what is coming up next for Leo in March 2020? Keep your life in balance. Okay, so that's interesting. And another card for you guys. Climbing towards success. All right, so things start improving, definitely. And then let's get the final tea leaf card for you. And that is period of prosperity and abundance. So it ends on a very, very good note. Right, so let's take a look at this. So the first one was obstacles to overcome. So you might start March with something that needs to be dealt with, something that needs to be navigated, something that needs to be sorted out. It has something to do with family. It will make you unhappy. It is making you unhappy. I don't think this is a short-term situation. I think this is something you have been dealing with for a while already, okay? If you keep your responses and your reactions in balance, now it is so interesting that this is coming up because I was just listening to a meditation by somebody and they were speaking about, this was obviously meant for you guys, right? How family especially can trigger responses from us, you know. We behave in a certain way with them, then they behave in a certain way with us, and it goes back and forth like this. But if we stop ourselves and say, what do I really want here? What is my real intention? What do I really want from them? Do I want them to respect me? Do I want them to connect with me? Do I want them to feel they admire me? And if those are the intentions, then one needs to think that's all well and fair. It's right. It's what we need. But am I behaving in a way that will actually bring that kind of attention from them? Or are they asking for attention and I'm perhaps responding in a way that's not giving them what they're really looking for? It's just about questioning sort of the typical responses we have in family situations, and every single one of us do. There's nobody that doesn't. So then climbing towards success and period of prosperity and abundance, I think, is more the practical aspects of life. So at the beginning of March, you're going to be dealing with an old family situation that is an obstacle to overcome. Yet if you really question what's at the base of it, what's really the bug here, what really is it that gets to you, what really causes this set of circumstances to keep unfolding, and you really have a deep look at it, and if it is about wanting their approval, wanting their admiration, whatever, thinking, you know what, why do I want that? Or is it that I really want to connect with them? And that was what this whole story was about. Maybe you really want to connect with them. So trying to get their admiration and respect is not the way to really connect with them. Just question, because it's interesting this came up just before this set of cards for you. Have a think about that. What is it that I genuinely really want from them? And if you keep your responses and reactions balanced, keep your life in balance, you will be climbing towards success. Now, what is interesting here is the final card is a material card. It's period of prosperity and abundance, okay? I always say everything is interlaced. If you are feeling unhappy with a family member or a situation, you're going to find all areas of your life are having some kind of challenge. So if you can balance your response and your reaction and find what it is that you genuinely want in this family situation, and you keep it in balance, you're going to find not only is there a successful outcome to the situation, but all areas of your life are going to start improving, especially the material side of your life. You're going to start seeing material abundance also manifesting in your life because you have sorted out an old issue. Quite simply, by really just questioning yourself, why do I respond like this? What is it that I genuinely want here? And if that's what I genuinely want from that person, am I responding or reacting in the way that will bring that for me? That's the message for you guys, very specifically for you guys, okay? Right, if we move on to a relationship reading, I'm going to pull cards for those of you in relationships as well as those of you looking for relationships. Let's see what's up for you in March of 2020. Right, first card up, playfulness. Okay, interesting, because I did get the feeling that the lighter energy, and that was the feeling I got when I was listening to that meditation as well. I'll speak to you more about that now. Let me just pick another two cards. Optimistic, stay optimistic about your love life. Very nice. Okay, and your third card is forgiving and learning, huh? It's all intertwined, isn't it? So I'm going to read what's on the cards for you, and then I'll speak to you about the story that this brings. So playfulness, right? Says, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Stay optimistic about your love life, says, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Forgiving and learning says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. It's brilliant. It rhymes perfectly, doesn't it? So, ultimately, with that family situation, with love in general, if you want love, if you're in a relationship and the aspects you would like to improve or something crops up that could possibly be a challenge, keep it light, keep it playful. And that's what came up in that meditation earlier as well. If you respond perhaps with a sense of humor, and it's not always easy, I know that, but if you can possibly respond with a sense of humor, if you can see the humor, even if it's the tiniest little bit in the situation, you're on the road to success. Staying optimistic about your love life. Those of you that are having obstacles in the relationship, stay optimistic because things are going to get better. They are going to improve. Those of you looking for relationships, keep it playful, stay optimistic. That's all about keeping this light, playful energy. I kept feeling that for you guys. If you keep a light, playful energy in March, and I know it's not always easy, you are going to attract into your life what you truly want, what you genuinely want, what you want down here in your hearts, okay? And the forgiving and learning card is all about a certain old dynamic, an old feeling that you have that you're finally going to recognize, realize, and heal it. When you do that, in existing relationships will improve exponentially, and attracting in the kind of person you genuinely want in your life is going to happen as well. So things will play out for you in March. People will come into your life, situations will materialize that will give you this opportunity. It will give you the opportunity to have a good look at what you really want, what you genuinely want from people, a good look at how do you always respond and react, give you the opportunity to do so with a sense of humor, with a more light-hearted, playful energy, and it's going to heal something old. And in that healing of something old, you're going to feel a big shift in life in general. And the outcome is that abundance, material abundance comes into your life because of that. So those of you, those Leos that have been struggling with material abundance, and I know a few Leos who are having that at the moment, this is the key. There's a relationship dynamic which points back to a deep need within yourself, which you possibly have not been recognizing. And someone will say something or do something within a family situation that's going to make you respond or react as you always do. Stop, remember this reading, and question, what am I really, really wanting from this person, from this relationship? Genuinely, deep down, what am I wanting? When you do that, the healing process starts. When you respond with humor, if you can possibly respond with humor, you're going to find a healing, and success takes place and material abundance follows. I know that makes no technical or theoretical sense, but that's the way these things work. That is the way that they work, always work. Right, now let's draw the fairy card. Now the fairy card is more about what's the big energy here. What is the big evolutionary edge for you, the growth for you in the month of March? What comes up for you in March that is a shift and a change for you, okay? And the card you get is Strength, which is very typically Leo, isn't it? You guys are so well known for that. Beautiful card. Strength is born from the will of the heart. Now that's just brilliant. I get goosebumps when I read that. Okay, because the will of the heart is, what does the heart genuinely want? So you may have found lately, you think you want money, you think you want to travel, you think you want a bigger house, you think you want a better car, whatever it may be. March you find out, or March brings you situations and people that make you question, what is it that I genuinely want? What do I really, really want? And when you recognize that, when you realize what that is when you are going to have your aha moment. When you have that aha moment, a huge healing takes place. And when that healing takes place, material abundance follows. So that's what's in store for you guys for the month of March. And that's a big one. That's amazing. That is a big step. I think that's why you are on the ladder to success. I think that's why that card comes up, because you take the next step up because of this thing that you discover, this learning that you do, this recognition, this aha moment that you have of what it is that you really genuinely want. Not the superficial things, or not the things that you think you want. It's going to be deeper than that. And somebody comes along, somebody does something, says something that creates an obstacle that is going to lead you down this path where you are going to discover what it is you genuinely want, what your heart wants. And when you recognize that, you're going to have unbelievable strength, and abundance follows because of that. So that is an amazing reading for you guys for March. I think listen to this a few times, because it's going to mean more and more to you as the time goes by. And you're going to recognize in the month when that situation comes up, and you're going to think about how you would normally respond and react. And you're going to think about what is it that you're genuinely wanting from this person. And then you're going to recognize what it is. And that's when things start to move for you in a very big way. Right, Leo, I hope that you enjoyed that reading. And thank you for joining me here. Those of you that are watching, I still have to get the show pretty much on the road. It's still very new, the live recordings. Even showing my face is new for those of you that are my regulars. And we will have a reading on Friday again, which is the weekly reading, if you'd like to tune in for that at the same time. Otherwise, if you just watch the monthly readings, I will be back again for your April reading. Thank you for watching and listening. Oh yes, and wishing you much love, blessings, and laughter, definitely laughter, for the month of March 2020.